All right, guys. We are here today. Oh, all right. We're here. I'm late. My bad. Apple is up. We got Amazon earnings today. Tesla went all the way up to like almost a 200 and then came all the way back down this morning in pre-market. I don't know what happened there, but something happened. Uh, all right. I haven't even drank my coffee yet. Whew. All right. All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yesterday was tough. Today we have Super Micro Semiconductor earnings, AMD earnings, Amazon earnings today. It's a big earnings day. We're going to have to stream later on this evening. But this morning it's a little light economics data-wise. We got like CB Consumer Confidence and Chicago PMI later on this morning, but that's about it. It's kind of the slower days in economics reports ahead of the earnings. We don't really have any big earnings this morning. Oh, we did have big earnings. We had PayPal, Eli Lilly, McDonald's, 3M, Coca-Cola, all dropping in like 20 minutes. I forgot about these. My bad. Oops. Let me fix this. It's PayPal, Coca-Cola, McDonald's earnings. Alright, I forgot about Coca-Cola, PayPal, all these other big earnings. My bad, team. Oh, we had PayPal, Coca-Cola, McDonald's. Alright, there we go. Alright, so these mostly drop in like 20-30 minutes. All of them. What's a pun? Yeah, SoFi did not do great. All the way down at 7s. Tesla very volatile though this morning, man. Google pulled back too, but that's alright. Just kind of sitting tight waiting. We got some other ones that dropped this morning, specifically restaurant brands, Eaton, Train Tech, 3M. 3M did drop. That's probably the biggest one that dropped this morning so far. Here's 3M right here. There's 3M. 3M actually going green after posting better than expected EPS, better than expected revenue. Now up to 94.10s for 3M. So it's moving. You know, it's trying to go. Remember, today's the last day of the sale for Apex. So the Apex sale does end today. I know social media will get you with ADHD, bro. You know, I'm supposed to be running a live stream about the stock market, but somehow I'm watching Usain Bolt race somebody else. That dude is fast. All right, so we do have some other earnings dropping. A couple of them are dropping very soon. You know what's an interesting concept? It probably has to do with just... like, imagine being named Usain Bolt. Like, I know a lot of people where their last name matches their personality very well, right? Again, it probably has to do with, like, their genetics and like their ancestry, where if somebody's really fast, they had the surname Bolt, you know, because they're fast. I know a lot of hunters that are really like kind of burly hunter like people, you know, and so it's interesting how well that people's last name fits them. Now you could either look and say it's an ancestry, which is probably the truth, right? Or you can look at you could use some type of law of attraction argument, I guess, but I don't know if I believe all that stuff. But it's an interesting thing. All right, so Marathon Petroleum, MPC posted 258 EPS versus 242 expected. Revenue of 33.2 billion. They expected 32 billion. They also announced the $5 billion share buyback. So MPC, Marathon Petroleum, running. Is that what they talk about, Beach Bomb? I've never seen that. Oh, you're talking about social media. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Without question, yeah. All right, look at Tesla all the way back up. Look at 3M run. Again, Marathon Petroleum announced the $5 billion share buyback. All right, 3M is up there. We still got to wait for the rest of the earnings to drop. We do have a couple more that dropped this morning. We got McDonald's drop it at 7, PayPal drop it at 7. Eli Lilly should be out right now. I'm trying to wait to see what they show up. Coca-Cola drops in about 10 minutes or so. Eli Lilly, LLY is the symbol for it. I don't see them out yet, though. We're waiting here. Okay, so they posted first quarter. They raised guidance by $2 billion. Reported EPS guidance up 1.25 and to be in the range of 13.55, and non-GAAP EPS raised 130 to be in the range of 14. But they are gapping down on this news. Who holds a belt first? Hamzat? Or I don't know how to pronounce the other guy's name, although I know who he is. He's a very good grappler. So it's Shakvat. Yeah, I don't know. I think Shakvat most likely will. I think Hamzat is good. I think Hamzat is great, right? Great grappling, good striking. The problem is that eventually, like, he keeps his chin a little high sometimes, man. Like, the fight against Gilbert Burns was really, really kind of, I think it could have gone either way. Gilbert Burns clocked him a couple times. I just think that, here's Eli Lilly's numbers in chat. I think eventually if Hamzat continues to fight like that, eventually he's going to keep his chin high and somebody's going to catch him. Now, Shavkat, a little bit more defensive in his nature. Really solid grappling though. But they're both really good. They might both be champs, realistically, you know. If we're looking at it objectively, they might both be champs. All right, Chad, still waiting. I'm looking at Coca-Cola. Look at Eli Lilly fly up. Look at Eli Lilly. So I'm going to put Lilly right here in the middle. Up to 750s right now. 3M is up a little bit. We're still waiting on Coca-Cola and PayPal earnings. Yeah, I mean, Hamzat's great. Again, he's a little bit, you know... Okay, so like the way Hamzat fights works when you have a good chin. Right? When you've got a good chin, you can do what Hamzat does and he gets away with it. Right? Eventually, his chin's going to get worse. Eventually, somebody's going to crack him hard enough to where his chin starts to go. And then he's going to start getting KO'd, I think. Right? So I think Rachmanov is going to do better overall than Hamzat is. Although Hamzat's never lost, so like, but yeah, that's just my theory on it. There's 760s for Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly flying up right now. We also have Coca-Cola earnings today. Again, we do have Coca-Cola earnings. Coca-Cola's been flat for like a week straight. Umar Habib's cousin. Or is it his brother? Umar Nurmagomedov is how you pronounce it. I can never pronounce it. Umar Nurmagomedov. Ugh. Is how you pronounce it. Yeah, Habib's brother or cousin or whatever he is. He's great. He's great too, man. Yeah, Charles Oliveira is great too. I think Charles Oliveira, really good striking, great grappling, you know. Problem really is that while he's great as a fighter, Makhachev is just better, you know. Like, that's just true, right? Like, Makhachev's just cleaner. Like, he's better. Makhachev has great striking, great grappling. But it's just a little bit more crisp, a little bit less risky, a little bit more risk averse, harder to catch. And yeah, I think unless Oliveira gets lucky, Makhachev's gonna stay champ for a while, I think, you know. Anyways, Google at 170s here, chat. Google at 170s. We're in it still. We're gonna continue to hold it. Tesla all the way back up to 191s, moving very volatile though. Very volatile. We also have Coca-Cola releasing earnings soon, sometime over the next 3 or 4 minutes. Eli Lilly did raise guidance. We got Cameco. Dropping their numbers here, so we do have Cameco numbers out. Yeah, Volkanovski needs to take a break though. Like, I'm rooting for Volk because I'm old too. I'm in my 30s, and so I want to believe that men in their 30s can be UFC champ, of course. Everybody wants to believe that. But I think Volk needs to take a long break. I think he rushed back after getting KO'd the first time by Makhachev. And I think he rushed back in and got KO'd again. I think if he comes back, he needs to take a long break. You know. Eli Lilly up to 773s though. Look at this move. Huge gains. Justifiably so. They raised their guidance. Yeah, Jan is great. I thought he beat Sean O'Malley personally when they fought. I think the UFC just wanted Sean to be champ. And understandably so. Sean's more exciting as a fighter. But Jan is very well rounded. So, I mean... Yeah, so we got Coca-Cola earnings dropping very soon for Coca-Cola. We got about 2 minutes left till they're scheduled to release. We'll see what happens. PayPal about to drop too. Eli Lilly flying up, but yeah, PayPal should be about to come out. It's at 68. I sold PayPal a couple days ago, so I'm not in it anymore. But yeah, we're still waiting for PayPal. We're waiting for Coca-Cola both to drop. Eli Lilly raised guidance is basically why it's up. I think one of them drops at 7. So PayPal specifically drops at 7. So does McDonald's. Coca-Cola drops 6.55. So yeah, we are in KO, but we're nicely green in it. Our average price in Coca-Cola is 52. So I mean we're very green on it. See if this helps or hurts me today. All right, so there's Coca-Cola. Should be out. Hasn't moved yet, though, so it's probably not out yet. But Coca-Cola was scheduled to drop just now. All right, there's Coca-Cola. Rip it up. It's at 63s. 63s for Coca-Cola, flying up right now. So they are out with their numbers. Coca-Cola posted 72-cent profit, beat 70-cent expectations, 11.3 billion in sales, beat 11.01 billion. So here's Coca-Cola right here, and they are up nicely from it. Hey, you love to see it. There's Coca-Cola's numbers. They are flying up right now, flying up. 3M still doing well. Almost all the earnings today are doing great. Coca-Cola just tapped 63s. And again, we're in Coca-Cola right now on earnings. Yeah. Next one is McDonald's. Both in PayPal drop at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Yeah, so Coca-Cola really is up about almost 2% in about 30 seconds. It's up from like 61s to 63s. So about $2 a share. So that's over 2%, really. It's all the way back down now, though. Supermicro Semiconductors drops this evening, along with Amazon, AMD, and a bunch of other ones. So yeah, Supermicro is this evening. So this evening we got we have Amazon, AMD, Supermicro, Starbucks, Riot, Blockchain, Pinterest, Caesars, Root, Lemonade. Yeah, a bunch of big releases. Whew, all right. All right, so Coca-Cola back up to almost 63.50s here. Look at this. Wow. Okay, next one we got PayPal and McDonald's dropping in about 2 minutes, chat. Watching both of these here closely. We'll watch PayPal here on the left, but you can see mostly almost all beats this morning in earnings. PayPal at $68 a share. Can you explain how people are buying if the market's closed? I mean, it's pre-market. So people buy in pre-market. Pre-market is from like 4:30 in the morning to... All right, Coca-Cola is out to 9:30. So pre-market, you can only use limit orders. Here's Coca-Cola. Oh, wait, we already posted Coca-Cola. My bad. But yeah, we'll put this up again. All right, so there goes KO. Dumping down. 6% currency headwind. All right, PayPal. All right, so there's, but yeah, it's pre-market. So in pre-market, it's kind of like there's McDonald's. McDonald's is out and it is down to 268s for McDonald's. But yeah, in pre-market, companies release news. You can only use limit orders. But yeah, it's pre-market. We could trade. I mean, you can trade not so boring. Try putting an EXT order in. You'll probably get filled. Use a limit order and use an EXT order. You'll probably get filled. So McDonald's missed estimates. Came in at 270 versus 272. Sales beat, though. Here's McDonald's numbers. And they're down to 270 or so. Coca-Cola reversing here. Still waiting on PayPal. PayPal's numbers are about to drop too. Yeah, 24-hour market would be freaking horrible. So yeah, I don't know about eToro, bro. I would get a new broker personally, but it depends on where you live, I guess. But yeah, there's McDonald's numbers. It's down. You can see the numbers below. 270 versus 272, 6.17 versus 6.16. Yeah, I mean, I do think that's true, though, Joe. I think the whole world should trade market-wise. I mean, it's not the whole world. It's the U.S. stock market. You know what I mean? So, like, I do believe the U.S. stock market should trade on U.S. hours. It's really important. Like, have you ever seen the crypto market? There's no consolidated volume. time frames. Like there's no consolidated volume of time. Like there's no point in time in which you can find great volume. You know, like it's again, a lot of people are pushing for this 24/7 trading thing, but they're not going to realize like their excitement is done if that happens. Like it's gonna spread out the time people trade so much. There's just not going to be any excitement. There's not going to be any consolidated volume times. Like 9:30, we can usually, you know, get some pretty good volatility, trade, take advantage of it, all this stuff, right? If markets are open 24/7, not only are you going to get stopped out at like freaking 2 a.m., but it's just not going to work. Like, again, it's not going to work. You're not going to have consolidated volume like we have now. We have had 24-hour trading for over a year now. Maybe the SPY and the Q, you can trade 24 hours. But I'm talking about the regular stocks that move the SPY and Q. You know, again, it's important to have that consolidated volume of time, as well as like, this is the U.S. stock market. It should be on U.S. time. Yeah, and Bitcoin trades very light, very boring. No, like, it's hard to find consolidated volume and interest in Bitcoin. And so, yeah, it's much worse. I don't want stocks to trade like Bitcoin. I think that's dumb. Maybe on Robinhood, Joe. But that's not, like, there's a difference between one platform doing it and all platforms. Like, one platform can do it. It's not really going to make any big difference because most people are still not doing that, and you're still going to have consolidated volume at those times. But if every broker does it, it's going to ruin it. It really is. I don't believe we should do that. I think that's a terrible idea. Yeah, that's what I Googled as well, Pawn. But again, I'm just not going to use eToro. Bitcoin all the way down to 61 to your chat. Looking weak. McDonald's down to 269s. Yeah, but it's still the U.S. market. Like, we should still trade. And again, I got to get up at 5 a.m. to run these streams. Like, it's 6 o'clock in the morning in Texas here. So, like, you know, I got to get up early anyway. But it's just... Yeah, it's just not worth it, I think. All right, so waiting on PayPal numbers. PayPal not out yet. McDonald's started to bounce, and now it's all the way back down here, chat. Waiting for PayPal. PayPal hasn't dropped yet, I think. We're still waiting for PayPal's numbers. All right, so They changed it. So July 20th, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson happens as a sanctioned pro fight. They also reduced the weight of the gloves to 14 ounce, which I think is good, man. Honestly, I'm a little bit more excited about this. Yeah, so Coca-Cola out, down. Again, we're already green. My average price on Coca-Cola is $52.60. So we're still pretty good. I'll probably just continue to sit in it. I've been in it for a while now. We make dividends on it, so it's a healthy enough company for me to usually just sit on it long term. Yeah, you can get funded in one day on Apex. Again, Apex's sale ends today, too. So if you want to check out Apex, again, Apex is a funded account program. They give you a demo. They test your skill with a demo account. And most day traders lose. I was there in the beginning when I first started day trading. I thought I was going to be some type of trading savant and just turn $1,000 into $100K or whatever it is. I ended up losing $4,000 very quickly. And this is not an uncommon story. Almost all day traders lose money. Doesn't matter how much you put up. Doesn't matter who you follow, who your mentor is. Almost all day traders are going to lose money in the beginning. And so with that truth in mind, and that is a truth, why risk your own money? Like, try a funded account program. In futures, they give you a demo. They test your skill with a demo account first. The base one's $25K demo account. It's only $30. If you hit $1,500 in profit without losing $1,500 first and following their rules, they fund you $25K with a 90% split. And in the futures market, you can day trade the S&P, day trade the NASDAQ, basically the SPY and Q price action. Patterns are very similar to blue chip stocks. There's just no PDT rule. You can get around it. And they've paid out over $100 million to their traders. They fund thousands of traders a month. And again, if you want to check them out, here's the link. Great way to help support the channel. They are a sponsor of mine. Remember, I have no idea what I'm talking about. It might be wildly wrong about anything and everything I say. But the sale does end today, guys. The sale does end today. Understand CFTC 4.41 and all that good stuff. But yeah, if you want to check them out, promo code BT will get you the max discount at all times. 2 letters, BT, beginner trading BT gets you the max discount. You can also use triple B if you want. But all right. PayPal earnings supposed to drop at 7, but they're late. They have not released their numbers yet. I don't know if that's a good or bad sign, but PayPal are waiting on their numbers to drop. They're not out yet. Waiting. PayPal on all of this has dipped all the way down to 67.40s. McDonald's down, Coca-Cola down. Earnings were looking good. Now they just kind of turned. Still waiting here. Predictions for PayPal earnings, guys? Yeah, PayPal's not out. We're waiting for their numbers to drop. They were supposed to drop at 7 a.m. Just nothing came out. Well, yeah, we got CB Consumer Confidence data at 10. But that's much later. But we're going to cover that for sure. We got Archer Daniels out. A couple other ones. But yeah, still waiting. American Tower posted earnings. The only time... so one time on Webull, I won American Tower shares. There's no max time, but it is a monthly subscription. So like the base one, the 25K one is like $30 a month, you know? And so yeah, there's no max time, but it's a monthly subscription. PayPal earnings calls at 8:30, but the actual earnings were scheduled to drop at 7. I don't know why they're not out yet. Yeah, so PayPal's supposed to come out at 7. Everything else is out. Alright, still waiting on PayPal. I don't know what's going on here. It's weird. Sitting tight. I mean, still waiting here. Yeah, so we did get some big turnaround. So there's my McDonald's here, down a bunch. Again, here's Tesla. Tesla at 190s. So Tesla trying to come back up. Again, here's the SPY itself. SPY back up to 510, so the SPY is doing pretty well. We'll see what happens with PayPal. We're still waiting. Again, the SPY started to come back. SPY's pretty green. I mean, here's a yearly chart. So, I mean, so far we've had a decent little pullback and a bounce back up to 510s on the SPY. So, overall market-wise, I mean, we've started to rebound some here, chat. Hi, John. Why Tesla's still up? We know the earning is not good. Please give me insight. Thank you. Probably extension. I mean, Tesla's not a bad company. Like, EPS-wise, it makes a lot of money. Revenue-wise, it makes a lot of money. It's one of the strongest companies in the world. And it dropped a lot from 299s down to basically 140s. And so it's not going to just go straight down. The earnings move happened, like the price correcting from earnings happened leading up to the earnings report, not after it was dropped. And so, yeah, Tesla's already down a lot, bounced back, got FSD in overseas, announced that yesterday, so it's doing good. Still waiting on PayPal, though, man. PayPal's late. Supposed to drop at 7, 15 minutes ago. It's still slow. Yeah, Eli Lilly flying up to $800 a share. All right, chat. All right, so we're still waiting on PayPal here. I don't know what's going on with PayPal, man. They're taking a long time. All right, chat. PayPal at 67.50. PayPal's had a good year, really. PayPal was down to 50s. That's where we got in it. But 2024 has been pretty solid for it overall. If you look at a yearly chart, it's doing better. But the year, this specifically 2024, it started the year off at the 50s, all the way back up. So, yeah, I'm in Intel. I'm not in a huge size position, but I'm just kind of letting it work. I mean, Intel, I kind of have the same mindset. It's bound to bounce back eventually. I just gotta patiently wait. Oh wait, do I have a bad? All right, hopefully, is the mic better? Let me know. Is my mic clear, chat? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Let me know. Is the mic clear? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Again, still waiting on PayPal here, chat. Clear, Crystal, so that's fine. Okay, cool. Good. All right, cool. Yeah, again, McDonald's out. Eli Lilly flying up right now. If you look at Eli Lilly here, still waiting on PayPal though. Weird that they're late. This late at least. All right, cool. Thank you. Bro, the amount of company sponsorship requests I get is freaking, like... You know? All right, chat. Oh, what's the code? Yeah, I have to go look at the code. I can't remember the code. Nah, boo. Anyways, PayPal's still not moving at all. Yep, PayPal was supposed to drop at 7, unless my platform is wrong. SoFi released yesterday, and they're just down. Again, we're in them. Yesterday was such a good day, though, because of, you know, Apple, Tesla, that it didn't matter. Hey, nice, Jay. All right, chat. What else we got today? Travis Kelce gets a new contract. How much did he get? Travis Kelce received extension of 2-year, $34 million. Wait. Two-year, $34 million deal, replacing the 2-year, $30 million he had left. Okay. He's getting old, bro. He's 34. For a receiver, he's old. He ain't got much time left. I'm not a big fan of Kelsey. I mean, like, I like, yeah, Taylor Swift makes way more than that. She's a billionaire. You know. She probably spends that much on her latte every day, you know. All right, Chad. So still waiting on PayPal. Nothing yet. Quiet, man. Very weird. For maybe they're dropping it in 6 minutes. We'll see if they drop right at we'll see if they drop right at 7:30. Maybe is the only thing I could really consider here. Maybe 7:30. All right, still waiting on PayPal here. Pal's not speaking today, chat. Pal speaks tomorrow. Or the day after. Or yeah, tomorrow. Are PayPal earnings out? No. What am I about to say, man? Is 34 old? For an NFL wide receiver, yes. Yes, it is. Listen, I'm old for an NFL wide receiver. I'm not saying, like, conventionally old or whatever, but yes, he's freaking old for a wide receiver in the NFL, dude. You know, something happens after 30, bro. People start going downhill. Like, I want to believe, like, I know some men are like, yeah. Like, they want to believe that. They want to believe that men our age could take, like, you see it a lot. Again, you see it the most with the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. Right? Like, people are so desperate to see Jake Paul get knocked out that they're overpowering logic here. Okay, Jake Paul is going to destroy Mike Tyson, and I hate to say it. Like, I wish it wasn't true. I wish it wasn't true. Mike Tyson's 60 years old. Like, I get it. He's filming very, very short, like, 20-second clips before he gets tired, right? And so he's being really athletic and really crazy in those 20-second clips. But I promise you he's breathing heavy after those 20-second clips. He's just old, man. He's just old. Like, everybody's age, you know, you decline as you get older, man. That's just normal. Part of life, you know. PayPal just moved a little bit. Let's see. And so I think people just really want to see Tyson win, but it's just not happening, man, unfortunately. It's just confirmation bias to the fullest. People are so desperate to believe it's true. Like, they're acting like Tyson today is what Tyson was 20 years ago, and it's not. Oh, it's Tyson. But he's tired afterwards, I promise. He's breathing heavy. McDonald's rebounding all the way back up. So McDonald's all the way back up to almost green on the day. It's at 272s. look, I want Tyson to win. Tyson has obviously got better technical skill than Jake Paul. Tyson is 60 years old, bro. Like, how do people not see this? Like, people are so desperate for him to win. It overpowers logic in their heads. They're like, hey, but it's Tyson. It's like, yeah, it's 60-year-old Tyson. He's 60. He's old. Like, he's slower. He's got no chin. He hasn't really been punched like that in years, I'm sure. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not. Again, y'all will see. Y'all will see. I hate to, be the bearer of bad news, but Tyson ain't winning that fight. He's got a puncher's chance, but I think his power's mostly gone too. If you saw him fight Roy Jones Jr., it looked bad. And people are making excuses like, well, but, it didn't look good. You could see him fight Roy Jones Jr. They both look bad in that fight. They shouldn't have even been in that fight, let alone throwing Tyson in there with like a 20-something-year-old boxer. It's just dumb. Yeah, at least he's making some money, Yeah, but Tommy Fury is a boxer his age that's semi-pro. Tommy Fury actually is a legit boxer, knows how to box, and is young, has a chin, right? Like, Tyson's, like, look. Again, look up what confirmation bias is. Confirmation bias means that, like, you're more likely to believe something you want to be true. Right, so a lot of people want to believe that Tyson still got it, especially the older generations. They want to believe Tyson still got it, that he can still do it. Like, they're so desperate to believe that it overpowers logic. Tyson, he's old, man. Like, that's just the truth. He's not about to beat Jake Paul. As much as I hate Jake Paul, and I don't like Jake Paul. I celebrated when Tommy Fury beat him. But it's still, Jake Paul's still 20s. Still knows how to box. He still certainly knows how to box. He's got way more power than Tyson does. And again, y'all see, man. Old man strength is real, but in terms of, like, look, it's very clear in MMA and in boxing. Once you hit 35 plus, your chin goes, your power goes, your speed goes. Tyson relied on his speed. Speed's going to be mostly gone. He might have a couple flurries. I promise you he's going to be breathing heavy afterwards. All right, look, PayPal's still nothing here, man. They're still late. Again, it's really easy to look fast if you're recording 20-second clips, right? Anybody can look fast with a 20-second clip. The problem is that Tyson, if he does do that in a fight, is going to be so tired afterwards. His cardio's gone, right? He's going to be so tired afterwards. It's just not, like, it's not what you want to see, guys. Yeah, well, Tyson is literally 50% more than that, Jonathan. Tyson is 60. Tyson's cardio is still good, though. In what standard? Again, y'all act like I want Jake Paul to win, though. All right, there's PayPal finally reporting here, man. So PayPal finally reported, and they dumped down to 64.50. They are finally out for PayPal, man. It took long enough. PayPal is out. Let's see what they posted here. All right, PayPal's out. They posted... They're back up to 67s for PayPal. So PayPal is finally out. And now it's up. It's up to 68s. I wish they would just leave it in the freaking report. So PayPal. Ew. All right, come on, PayPal. PayPal posted Q1 revenue increase 9%, 7.7 billion, 10% currency neutral basis. 83 GAAP EPS, non-GAAP EPS increased 27% to 108. Net revenue increased 9% to 7.7 million. Let's see their guidance numbers. They expect net revenue to increase approximately 6.5 to 7% FXN. GAAP earnings per diluted share expected to be 83 cents compared to 93 cents or 92 cents of the prior year. And so, yeah, they're gapping all the way back down to 65s. They expect their GAAP earnings EPS to be around 365 compared to 384 last year. GAAP EPS included positive impacts of approximately 24 cents from the gain of sale of Happy Returns. Non-GAAP EPS to increase to a mid and high single-digit percentage compared to 383. Yeah, I don't like that wording. It seems like they're trying to hide. Very, very choppy earnings report, though, for PayPal. PayPal posted, again, 108 EPS. They expected 122. Revenue of 7.7. They expected 7.5. So again, it looks like it was the right move for me to cut this the other day. Look, here's PayPal numbers right here. They're kind of flat here, though. Yeah, I mean, he could hit a lucky shot or something like that. You know, like he could. It's just so unlikely, though, chat. Like, it really is so unlikely that Tyson's gonna win. I wish it wasn't so. But it is, you know. Jake Paul's bigger than Tyson, weighs more than Tyson, is probably stronger than Tyson, has better cardio than Tyson, has more power than Tyson. Tyson has the technical skill, but when you're fighting a 20-something-year-old, you know, at 60, anybody that's logical should understand the outcome of this fight. It's either going to be a draw, and they're just doing it for kind of a money grab, or, you know, or Tyson's about to get KO'd in about 5 minutes, give or take, you know. All right, guys, PayPal all the way back up to 67.50s. Yeah, Johnny, listen, man, I think you're letting emotion overpower logic, brother. I think you really, really want Tyson to win for whatever reason. And again, I want Tyson to win. I get it. I want him to. I hope I'm wrong. You know, it's not going to be awkward. Honestly, if Tyson wins, I'm going to be celebrating, to be honest. Like, I really will be. I will make fun of myself to the fullest extent if Tyson wins and I'm wrong, right? I mean, it's not going to happen, but, like, I will celebrate being wrong in that instance, I promise. I want to see Tyson win. I hope he can. Like, listen, if he connects with the chin, he can do it, right? It's just super low probability, I think. All right, guys, PayPal back up to $68 a share here, still bumping. Right, David. Anybody that knows fighting is going to understand what this is. Like, it's crazy how many people genuinely think Tyson's going to win. It's again, it shows you how much, like, marketing can wrap people up and stuff. It really does. Like, I look at it as, like, how gullible are people, you know? Like, a freaking 60-year-old is going to be fighting a 27-year-old 260-pound or 230-pound dude. Like, of course the 27-year-old's gonna win. And again, I'm gonna expect apologies from all you doubters here that think I'm wrong. Watch. All right, guys. Hey, PayPal up to almost 69s here. Starting to bounce back. So PayPal finally, even though they're late, they're bouncing back. They're bouncing back. All right, so they did a share buyback at least $5 billion for PayPal. Let me put the updated version up. I'm not gonna bet anybody with money. I'm not gonna bet money on anybody, unfortunately, chat. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm just not, you know, I'm not going to bet money with anybody here. Mostly because I run a YouTube channel. I'm not going to start doing that. All right. All right, so here's PayPal's numbers again, chat. We put the full list up here. PayPal starting to rip now. PayPal up to $70 a share. Wow. If Tyson came on the stream, I'd be like, you were right, I was wrong. You were smart and I am dumb. You are very good looking and I'm not attractive. You know, I'll just be honest with him. Tell him I'm gonna go get one of those tattoos on my eyes. Your reasoning is good, so I can't contradict you, but I hope for a lucky experience shot. Hey, me too, man. Listen, I really will be celebrating if Tyson wins. Again, I think confirmation bias is like overpowering a lot of people's logic, and they're getting wrapped up in the marketing of the fight. You know, again, Jake Paul and Tyson understand what's about to happen in this fight, but they need to make it seem competitive so people buy it, right? Because if they put out real marketing, which is like, hey, Tyson's probably gonna get KO'd, nobody's gonna want to watch it. Everybody wants to see Jake Paul get KO'd, and so nobody's gonna pay for it if Tyson's gonna go out that easily. And so they got to make it seem competitive, but in the end, it's a 60-year-old fighting a 27-year-old. You know. Yeah, so McDonald's back up to 270s though. So McDonald's did fight its way back here. Tyson Foods. I was in Tyson Foods. I think I'm still in it actually. Tyson Foods. Yeah, I'm in it. I've been in Tyson Foods. I'm in at 51 on TSN, so I'll take it. I don't know what are the odds. What are the draw odds? So Jake Paul minus 360. So Tyson is plus 300. So yeah, I mean the odds makers knows. You want to know who's probably gonna win, right? You know, you got people who think they can beat sports bettors, right? Like you got some people that truly think they're gonna beat the books. $71 for PayPal here, chat. I wish I would have held. I sold it a couple days ago, unfortunately, but I made so much money. I was in at like 50. But yeah, you know, you got all these people that like, you got all these mentors and gurus in sports betting, just kind of taking advantage of gullible people, for lack of a better word. And they're selling these services and these mentorship programs. If you think that you can actually beat, like most of the guys they have creating these odds, most of the odds makers and the bookies in these fights could work at MIT or could go to MIT if they wanted to, right? Like some of them maybe did, right? Like these guys are very good at probabilities, at predicting, and at statistics. Like they know where the real edge is on anything. And again, the fact that you got a bunch of people selling courses and mentorship programs on how to beat them, like, bro, y'all aren't gonna beat them. Almost nobody's gonna beat these guys. Like they know these sports so well that they're gonna put the odds exactly right where they should, right? Because this is money on the line. This is big money. They're not playing with this. They're gonna make these odds absolutely right. And so if you want to see who really has the biggest chance, again, right now they've got Jake Paul, or they have Mike Tyson as a 3x underdog. Jake Paul is minus 360, so over 3x favorite. So yeah, probably about right. You know, maybe Tyson's got a 1 in 4, 1 in 5 chance of catching him. Very low though, very low probability. And again, if you really think Tyson's gonna win, look, 3 times your money here, chat. But terrible idea, in my opinion. Don't do it. Terrible idea. I hate sports betting, bro. I feel sleazy. Yeah. Ryan Garcia did that, though, man. Ryan Garcia, one of the smartest dudes in boxing in a long, long time. Right? So this is what Ryan Garcia did. It was honestly a genius move. Right? Genius move. So Ryan Garcia trolled the whole world, acted unprepared, chugged a beer at the weigh-ins, right? Chugged a beer at the weigh-ins, acted like he was bad. He changed the odds so much in the fight. So he messed with the odds so much to where all the sports books thought that he was gonna lose, right? So he helped make himself an underdog in that fight. He changed the odds. He drank beer at the. He did everything he could to influence the odds in that fight negatively for himself. And then he bet $2 million on himself, won $12 million or something crazy, outside of the other $40 million he won in that fight. And so he used the better odds for himself to bet on himself, and he was right. And then he ended up winning. Very smart, very smart. Yeah, he can bet on himself. He just can't bet against himself. I have no confirmation bias. I don't think Tyson will win. I just think your rating on Jake Paul as a boxer is way off. Look, I'm not saying Jake Paul is an elite boxer, right? I'm not even saying he's a great boxer. He's a decent boxer at that. Like if he can box Tommy Fury, and even though he lost, not get KO'd and make it a technical battle, which it was, right? He's an okay boxer. He's not good. He's not great. He's okay, right? But even okay, but number one, he's got power. Objectively true, he's got power. Tyson is 60 years old. You know, there's a difference, okay? Like, I think every old man wants to believe they still got it, and so they might be rooting for Tyson. You change as you get older. You lose speed. You lose power. You lose timing. You lose your chin. It's just not a good move. Anyways, chat. Eli Lilly still holding SPY right around the 200 EMA volume weighted average price. And again, today's a big day for microchip earnings. Today we got AMD. Today we got AMD, Amazon, Supermicro Semiconductors, and more this evening. We're going to stream this evening earnings as well. Bunch of big earnings dropping. All the old guys think they still got it if Tyson wins. I mean, listen, I hope he does, bro. I really do, man. People act like I'm rooting for Jake Paul or something. Man, I hate Jake Paul. I don't hate him. I don't hate anybody. I hope he loses, though. But I don't think he's going to. Again, I think, like, so you see some people, like, if you look on social media, you see some people that just absolutely hate Conor McGregor, right? They absolutely hate him, you know? And again, what I see is that good marketing is what I see. You know, I see good marketing. Like, Conor McGregor was a genius in terms of how he promoted himself. Like, this is obviously true, where Conor McGregor made people dislike him so much that they would pay money to see him lose, right? And he did it so much to where people just wanted to see him lose, and then he started knocking everybody out. That grew him to be the wealthiest fighter in the world, MMA fighter in the world, one of the top 10 wealthiest fighters in general in the world. And it's mostly because he built that on the back of people wanting to see him lose, you know? And so, you know, I think you got to take a step back and say, hey, do I really hate this fighter, or are they just really good at marketing? Like, Jake Paul is really good at marketing. He's marketing these fights well. He's making people truly hate him to where they want to pay to see him lose. Right, and they want to see him lose so much that they're ignoring logic in this fight, you know. And it'll be fun to see, because I hope Tyson wins. It's just not going to happen, unfortunately, chat. It's just not. It's either going to be a draw, or Jake Paul's going to win a decision or a knockout. Unfortunately. I'm not saying Jake Paul is Conor McGregor, but the way Jake Paul marketed himself is similar. Missed the Tesla run. I'm in Tesla right now. I still take advantage of it. Let's pull it back though. Tesla went almost to 200. It hit 198.80s. Got almost to 199 and then dumped all the way back down. I'm still in Tesla though. My average price is 140s for Tesla, so we're just gonna stay in it, you know, because we got such a good average there. It doesn't make sense to sell. But yeah, Tesla went all the way up to almost $200 on the dot and then came back here. We put a 5-minute chart up. If we put a 5-minute chart up again, 198.90 or so. I'm just drinking regular coffee. Again, watch. We'll see what happens during the fight. I'm going to be the one sitting here telling you I told you so. It's not an exhibition anymore, agent, so they actually changed it. So they reduced it to 14-ounce gloves, which I think is good, and they turned it into a real, they turned it into a real fight that's going to affect and count as a real fight on their records. Yeah, PayPal earnings flew up. Again, you can kind of see PayPal missed EPS, beat Rev, had some other good numbers. PayPal's up to over 70 right now. Looks great. Looks great. SoFi had earnings yesterday, still under $7 a share. It's crazy what bias does to you, man. I hate Habib because, yeah. I mean, again, a lot of people hate different fighters and all this stuff. You know, in the end, the fighters are usually just good at marketing, you know. And I think it's smart. You see it with, like, Colby Covington a lot. Colby Covington, before he was quiet, he never talked any smack. Nobody really knew who he was, right? He all of a sudden kicks it in overdrive talking smack. And now everybody knows who he is, even though a lot of people hate him, but that's kind of the point. He gets paid a lot now, too. And so, yeah. No, PayPal missed EPS. They missed EPS beat revenue, but revenue is probably the more important metric. And with PayPal's other numbers, they did pretty solid. Yeah, Mayweather did the same thing, although Mayweather was less impressive with his fights. Mayweather was mostly just really defensive, and so, you know, it was less exciting because Mayweather would talk smack and then play defense, and it got kind of boring, and everybody wanted to hit him, they just couldn't. Hard to hit, right? Conor McGregor would go out there and KO people, so I think, you know, same concept for sure, though. Yeah, I don't know. Crypto's down a lot. I mean, all Jake Paul has to do is play defense for a round. Tyson's going to be tired after about a round, and then Jake will be able to do whatever he wants to him. You know what I mean? Like that's probably the game plan, I would say. Get past the initial flurry and then just kind of coast and do whatever you want afterwards. If revenue is up but EPS is down, that means they have more shares on the market. No, not necessarily. Yeah, a lot of the people pushing Tyson, what I recommend that you do is go watch Roy Jones Jr. versus Mike Tyson a couple years ago. Again, if you think Tyson's still got it, go watch Roy Jones Jr. versus Tyson. Very bad fight. Again, I saw it live. Not a fun fight. I felt bad for both fighters, in all honesty. None of them look good. You think it'll go past 76 today? Maybe. It's at 71s now. It's been in basically a straight line. Yeah, it was painful to watch. Go listen to what Roy Jones said. Well, if Tyson really had any power left, he would have gotten KO'd. Roy Jones, that is, would have gotten KO'd, and he didn't. Nobody got dropped even. Nobody even went down at all, you know. So. All right, Tesla. Will Tesla rebound back here? I'm watching Tesla very closely today, chat. So Revo, you're looking at regular GAAP EPS, I'm pretty sure. I'm looking at adjusted EPS. So there's a difference. So, yeah. You want to check the difference there, brother. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I can double check. Sometimes I get it wrong. Okay, so yeah, it says the 108 adjusted EPS is based on new non-GAAP methodology. It missed the 122 estimate sales beat, though. Yeah, and this is from, yeah. So there's some type of new methodology, but yeah, I'm just covering what's reported by Bloomberg, by Bazinga, you know. Yeah, if you don't know what GAAP stands for, guys, GAAP stands for Generally Accepted Accounting Principles. These are non-GAAP, though, so let's see what that means. Consumer confidence is not a huge moving thing. Like, it's probably not going to move markets like that. PayPal, guys, just broke up to $72 a share. $72 a share. We'll see if it continues back up. Yeah, I mean, we're covering PayPal. We're going to talk about a bunch of random stuff in between because, again, we're not going to be able to talk only about stocks. We sit here for 4 hours every day. It's just not a reasonable expectation there, chat. But we'll talk about it. You know, we're talking about it. We've been talking about it. McDonald's almost back up to 272s. What else did we have today? We had Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola almost flat on the day as well, so kind of neutral on their earnings. Eli Lilly killed it, man. They did really well. They're up to almost $800 a share. Yeah, we got AMD earnings, Supermicro earnings, and Amazon earnings this evening. Yeah, Chicago. Yeah, I don't know what data you have, Chicago. You must be looking at... I don't know what you're looking at, Chicago. But, it ain't the live charting on PayPal. Again, we're at 72.30s for PayPal right now. All right, Chad, it's the day before the FOMC meeting. T-bill and chill. What's the T-bills at right now? Let's see. Where's the 10-year bonds? At about 4.6% for 10-year treasuries. Not bad. What's another symbol I can use to look at the 10-year? I used to use TNX in stocks. All right, PayPal just broke highs again. It's at 72.40s. Yeah, I mean, Chicago, that's definitely not what it's at, dude. I don't know what you're looking at, but that's just you, bro. You might be looking at a different stock or something, but yeah, I don't know, bro. My guess is you're looking at the close yesterday, which is at 66. You know, so you're not looking at pre-market data, bro. Will he lower rates at this point? I'm not sure. You know, again, I really don't know. I think it's up in the air. Yeah, well, no, David, I'm talking about the yield. So I want to see the yield of the 10-year. Yeah, I don't think we cut rates anytime soon. We shouldn't, at least. We shouldn't. $76.32 on PayPal. Yeah, I mean, that's not what the price is. The price right here is 71.90s live, you know. I'm not sure what you're looking at, though. Yeah, I'm talking about the toss. SPY down to 509.50s. Yeah, your PayPal chart's wrong, Chicago. Yeah, he might be trolling, you know. Amazon after hours looking for good. Amazon Web and generative AI, maybe a dividend. Yeah, I mean, I'm watching Amazon. We're going to stream the entire Amazon results as well as AMD Supermicros as well. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. Freaking Amazon's earnings calls at 5:30. Boo, man. Why, dude? Like, why make us wait so freaking long, bro? Like, why drop earnings at 4? And then make us wait an hour and a half until earnings come out. Stupid, man. I don't want to wait that long. Damn, dude. I mean, we got Supermicro, Semiconductors, and AMD, but Supermicro's at 5 as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna click anything. Chicago, yeah, you know, yeah, 4.63%. Yeah, I mean, that's right. It's at 72.72 right now is the new high for PayPal. Yeah, it's frustrating, Pawn. I'm not, like, again, I'll cover it, but it's still annoying, man. PayPal up to 72, 73. It kind of makes me want to cover Supermicro Semiconductors earnings call anyway. Like, it makes me want to cover SMCI, in all honesty. Yeah, again, yeah, guys, I mean, I'm not sure why a lot of people are arguing with me here. So look, like, here's PayPal's earnings report at the very top of the screen. First quarter GAAP increased EPS up to 18%, or up 18% to 83 cents. Non-GAAP EPS, which is, adjusted EPS, increased 27% to 108, chat. Based on new non-GAAP methodology as described below. Again, here is the numbers, chat. Right here. Look, it would have, look at these words, would have increased 20% to 140. But they don't use that metric anymore, or they don't use that calculation anymore. It's, again, it's 108. But it is based on the new updated way to do it, so. But just read the top of the screen. Most of them are like, they're saying it. They know they're wrong. They're creating another account, saying it again. Like, come on now, man. Yeah, the expected one's probably wrong. But again, I'm just copying and pasting that from, you know, Bloomberg or whatever. So, again. Amazon up to almost 183. Yeah, we're super micro semiconductors here. It's at 884s, chat, 884s. And again, guys, we're going to get ready to day trade the futures market right now. We have done a lot of stuff. But again, you guys, in the on Apex, they give you a demo. They test your skill. If you could pass the test with the demo, they fund you the same amount. The base one... the base one is 25K. Again, it's a great way to learn day trading with limited risk. The patterns are very similar in futures to stock patterns. There's just no PDT rule. You can get started for much less. And so again, they give you a demo in futures. In the futures market, you can day trade essentially the SPY, essentially the Q, in the NASDAQ E-mini and the S&P E-mini. And there's no PDT in futures. You can buy market, sell market. Look, I'll show you what it looks like here. Again, and there's no PDT rule. You can day trade, short, all that good stuff. No PDT restrictions. And again, it's just a great way to learn with limited risk. Great way to learn with limited risk. You know, there's no PDT rule in futures, so you can really like get exposure to day trading with less risk. Give me a second. We got to pull this up. I have this TradeEvade account that I'm probably just going to swing for. So we have this TradeEvade account that we haven't been using. And so I'm going to show you TradeEvade today, chat. We got this account. We're green on it. It's a PA account. We're nicely profitable on it. We're gonna have to, yeah. So we're green. It's a PA account. So we're actually funded in a $75,000 account on Apex on TradeEvade. So let's put this up. All right. So this is a $75,000 funded account on Apex. So again, they give you a demo and they test your skill in futures. There's no PDT in futures. You can do a lot of stuff. Market's pretty flat though, all things considered here. We haven't gotten into any trades yet, but market's pretty flat, all things considered. But again, they give you a demo. They test your skill with the demo account first. If you pass the test, they fund you, and it's only $30 to try it. If you pass the test, you got to make $1,500 in profit without losing $1,500 first. If you pass that test, they fund you $25K with a 90% split. They've paid out over $100 million. So they pay out a lot of traders. They fund a lot of traders, and it's just, and the best part is it's limited risk. If you lose, you're only out $30 for the base one. But if you pass it, 90% split once you're funded, you get to keep your first $25K in profit. It's just a great way to learn how to day trade, and it's called Apex. Here's the link right here. You can use my coupon code BT. Beginner trading BT will get you the max discount. BT will always get you the max discount. There's the link right there. You can also find the link in the description. Hey, bud. How you doing, man? Good. You got your watch? Mm-hmm. Love you, dude. Mm-hmm. Have a good day, man. Yeah, so... yeah, my daughter's My daughter's mad at us. We won't mad at me and my she's been giving us a silent treatment for like a day. She wants to go to Mexico with her friends. And we were like, nah. Not without us, right? Like one of her friends' parents are trying to establish like a girls' trip to Mexico over the summer. And like my wife and I were both kind of like, no, we're good. You know, it's just not like we got to be with them. And so, and we want to go with her to Mexico for the first time. Like we're definitely not about to let some other kids' parents bring her, especially these kids' parents who have been like, yeah, they drink a little bit too much. And so it's kind of, we don't want them like, yeah. And so we told her she can't go. And now she's pouting about it. Right. I mean, she's a teenager, you know? Like, we're not about it. She's a young teenager, too. Like, yeah, there's no way we're going to let her go. My wife and I were like, no. No freaking way. I'm going to buy this dip. And look, this is the futures market. Chat. Oh, my gosh. This is not the... Oh, my gosh. What? 20 contracts. What? Oh, my gosh, dude. I can't believe this. 20 contracts accidentally here. I don't know what to do. I'm going to take half of this off. And it looks like it was the right move. I accidentally took 20 contracts here. I should have checked the size. My fault completely. And this looks weak too. It's at the bottom of the range. Man, dude, I just got really unlucky there. We're down 150. Why in the world was it 20 contracts specified? Dang, bro. How could this do it to me like this, man? I can't believe it. No, it's alright. 150 bucks really is it. We're up with the account. It's a funded account. We're up in it. We're going to have to take some swings. We haven't really messed with this PA account, and so we're just going to kind of swing for it. The parents are listening. Yeah, I mean, I don't... They're not, you know. Yeah, like you got some of these kids' parents, and again, I'm not going to be specific who, but you got some of these kids' parents that just don't watch their kids. They just kind of sit around drinking all day, right? Like they just kind of sit around drinking all day. That's all they do is they just drink. Like every time I've ever seen them, they've been drinking, and like they just like they're the type of kids who they're the type of parents who let their kids use like social media when they're like 10, you know, and yeah, they're spending so much time trying to drink and party. Yeah. Love you.
Love you.
There she is. Still mad, you know. Anyways, let's see if we bounce back up. All right, so we bounced right back up here. We'll see if we get anything good. I think they're taxed as a independent contractor. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But yeah, they're the type that they don't really watch their kids. They just they're spending too much time drinking, trying to party in their 40s. That they, you know, that they don't really watch them like that. And yeah. And so if they think we're, you know, yeah, we're just not about to let our kids go. Yeah. Yeah, PayPal, guys. All the way up to 72. Still trying to hold. There's PayPal on the right side here. Still trying to hold. I want to buy this dip, but I don't know why. We're going to get in with small size first. And scale in. Like we wanted to originally. We wanted to take like 4 or 5 contracts here, not 20. But I guess accidents happen. We're going to try to build this up, take some of these losses away.
There we go. All right, we got 5 contracts. 5 contracts here. Give it a little bit of time. There we go. Took a little bit piece off there. Just kind of chipping away at the losses here. We were right about our direction on this trade. We just took another piece off, another piece. We'll go ahead and get out the rest here. So just made a little $20. We'll see if we can start chipping away at the losses we've taken today on it. Yeah, to another comp. Yeah, there's no way. You know. Yeah, it doesn't matter if the parents were Mr. Rogers. Like, we're still not about to let it happen. You got to protect your kids, man. That's the big thing. Yeah, PayPal conference at 8:30. We'll see what happens. So most of the earnings are dropping this evening. We got Amazon, AMD, Supermicro, Semiconductors. You're doing the right thing? Yeah, I know. It's hard, though. Your kids get mad, but they don't understand, right? They think we're being not fair, but yeah. As well as, like, there's some other stuff that makes it kind of, like, awkward with this family. Like, no. It's not Cancun. It's somewhere else in Mexico. Yeah, Coca-Cola's been out. They dropped earnings much earlier. So we were correct about this range. Part of me wants to short. I guess I will. All right, we're gonna start shorting at the top of the range. It's the day before FOMC, so our goal is to kind of take like a choppy strategy approach. Like, we're gonna expect choppiness and choppy neutral activity. So here's 8 contracts here. And again, this is a different account, so we're gonna take some swings right now on this account. We'll get into like 10 to 15 contracts here if we can. Just depends on how well it treats us. We're gonna try to scale in and out. We're still kind of flat, so we're not gonna add to it until it. Again, it's the day before FOMC, so we could, and we also have big earnings today, so it could be choppy. All right, so there's a little dip. Nice little dip. All right, we just took a piece off, locking some more in. 6 contracts left, though. We'll add it right back here, too. Again, we got to take a little swing, I think, in pre-market, and we're just betting on choppy behavior here. Let me move this out the way so you can kind of see the chart. So this is a $75,000 funded account, Nick. I've got a bunch of them that I trade. You know, again, I do trade off stream sometimes. All right, so we're gonna add to this. Again, we're gonna start taking some risks here, guys. We've got this funded account just kind of sitting, and so we got 10 contracts here. There we go. Take a little bit more off there, lock it in, take a little more off there. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna take some more off. Take 2. We got 2 contracts left. Beautiful trade here. I'll probably just let this sit and then hold the rest break even, maybe. You know. We got 2 contracts left to get. I'll probably hold the rest break even. All right, so we're gonna get out the rest there. Not a bad little trade. Up, down less than $100 on the day. When we were down much more than that now. Yeah, just to clarify, like, most of my daughter's friends are like good kids for the most part. Like, they're doing a lot better than I was when I was their age, you know. So like, I don't want it to seem like I'm painting them in a bad light. Most of them are like good kids. All right, so it looks like getting out break even there was the right move. We'll add right back here though. So we do have PayPal pulling back down to 71s. I'm gonna start adding right back into a short position because we're top of the range and it is FOMC day. And so if we're going to take some swings, I think we're going to take swings betting that strategy that we've been trying to use for the last couple weeks, which is just looking for FOMC meetings and then trading the chop once we get them. All right, took a little piece off. Still grinding it down. We'll take another little piece off there. So again, our strategy's been working really nicely here too. We've been very accurate on this since we took that initial loss, accidentally taking 20 freaking contracts this morning. Alright, so we're bouncing back up. I might add back to it. Actually, I don't know if I have the best entry here. I might just leave this. I'm going to get out most of this here. We got 6 contracts left. Or 4 contracts left. I don't want to give too much back when we've already had a really good lead up to this. We were down like 160 or something crazy. Yeah, we're starting to get like a breakout. I'm just going to cut it. All right, so right at the top of the range, I'm going to start scaling into a larger strategy here. And again, we're going to be willing to risk this account, to be honest. 10 contracts. All right. Just locked some in. We have 6 contracts left. 12 contracts, 14 contracts, 16, we'll add up to 20. All right, we're flat. Because we've had this PA account sitting for months, and I don't want to just let it go to waste if we're not using it. I'm not really a big trade-a-bait trader. I usually like trading on Quant Tower, and we got funded on another account on Quant Tower yesterday. So we might just kind of swing it here on this PA account, try to build up some profit. There's 30, 40, 50. Yeah, like I said, guys, we're taking a swing here on this PA. We've had it sitting for months. So 60. We can get into 100 here. All right. I think that's good enough. We took a little bit of profit here as soon as we jumped up in it. We're basically flat here. I'm waiting for it to break down to happen. I don't know if I like this. I could always add back to it though, but that's a big rip. I don't know though. We're ripping into some resistance, and so I'll go ahead and take the swing. Alright, so that'll be it. We're gonna leave it there. We'll just try to give it some time. SPY is honestly starting to come back a little bit here too. So, oh wait, I might be able to take more size than this. I want to add more to it. Again, it might seem kind of like a crazy swing, and it is, but again, like I said, this PA has been sitting for months. And so like I'm eating the monthly fees every month. I'd rather just take a swing, see if I can build up profit, and like I don't really use trade evade. Again, so if you're wondering why I'm taking all this crazy risks, I don't really use trade evade. Alright, so there we go. We're back down to almost flat here on this one. Green on the trade. Come on, give it to me. There we go. Up 250, up 160. We got 20 contracts left. We'll probably hold this. Maybe add back on this bounce. So 30 contracts now. We got a cushion on the day though, so that's nice. Alright, there's 40 contracts. We're kind of adding on this bounce back. Flat overall. We're still up on the trade total. I'll probably get up to 50. And then we'll use 25 increments here. Looking for a rejection is really what we're looking for. There we go. Alright, we just took half off. We'll let the rest work and see if we come all the way back down and try to be a little bit more patient on the rest. So today we have CB consumer confidence data. Oh man, I'm looking up and I'm seeing that we just ripped up. I might have to cut this. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of this. So we ended up making a little bit of money on the trade overall, but we're starting to break over this high, which I just don't trust at all. And so I'm gonna cut this. So we actually made a little bit of money on this trade, but kind of a flat trade. We tried. And again, but we're going to be taking some swings on this account, so stick around, chat. So we do have CB consumer confidence data at 10 o'clock today. We got Chicago PMI as well. All right, so there we go. We're going to start loading into another position here. I'm trying to attack the range. It's the day before Fomc. And so we're going to play with the ranges a lot today and attack kind of like a... When we get to the top of the range, we're going to start shorting and trying to... take some size. Yeah, I'm in so far right now. I never sold. All right, there we go. Take a little piece off. Beautiful day. All right, so we're up over $100 here. We got 5 contracts left. Kind of retracing back up. So we'll go ahead and cut it. So yeah, we're up about 100. We got a little cushion on the day now, so that's good. I'll probably so we went from being down 140 to being up about 100 on the day, so that's nice. But we were right about the directional trade. Yeah. PayPal coming all the way back down here. Interesting. Yeah, so economic reports today, chat. We got the Case-Shiller in about 30 minutes, the house price index. We got Chicago PMI at 9:45, and then at 10 o'clock we got CB consumer confidence data. And then later on we got some stuff too. And again, like, my strategy has worked very, very well. Like, very, very well. What is the strategy, you might ask? Some people were like, oh, that's not a strategy. It works. Okay, I'm going to explain it again, chat. And it makes perfect freaking sense to me. I watch a lot of these economic reports, economic data. I watch a lot of the stock market and movement. And we cover a lot of these economic reports, like FOMC meetings, which is tomorrow, earnings, all this stuff. One thing that is incredibly consistent. Now, it's not 100%. Nothing's definitive in the stock market. But one thing that's incredibly consistent is ahead of big reports, ahead of the FOMC meetings, ahead of big earnings, big tech earnings specifically, generally we get choppy, sideways, neutral activity. And so what does that mean, right? What does that mean? What that means is that ahead of these reports, we get this. We get this rectangular sideways range. And so the question you got to ask is, how can we use this to profit, right? I think it's pretty simple. The way we use it to profit is you short at the top. Whoa. So there's 830. Wow. What is dumping the market like this? I guess it could be, chat, the employment cost index came in at 1.2%. 1.2%. Canadian GDP came out at 0.2% as well, but this is weird. This isn't usually a big impacting report. But yeah, so 1.1% versus or 1.1% quarter over quarter. Employment costs came in at 1.2% versus 1% expected. That's the only one that I could see influencing the market, but this is weird. Wow, look at the movement here. Generally, this report doesn't move like this. Here, this is the data right here at the bottom. But man, look at this dump here. That's a big reaction to a pretty small report. Oh. Very big reaction. I mean, the SPY is still down to 507s, but man, that's kind of a crazy reaction here, chat. 1.2%. Again, you can see what did it at the bottom of the screen here. It came in at 1.2 for employment cost versus 1% expected here. But man, that's a big drop. I might buy this up. It's a little late now, though, but that's all right. We'll start adding on the bottom. That's a big drop. Yeah, we're gonna start adding into this position. We got 8 contracts here. We just took half of that off. Took another piece of this off here. We'll add back on these pullbacks. What a drop, though, man. All right, we got 2 contracts out. We're profiting from it. I mean, we're up about $150 on the day if you look at this. Let me see if I can show you. So here's my P&L. Can y'all see that? 150 bucks on the day, but man, what a freaking drop. I might buy it back up here though. 1 contract, 2 contracts. We got a cushion. What a drop, though, man. Five contracts. We're going to risk what we made on the day trying to get a larger trade. Again, we're trading. We're going to be trading pretty, you know, active today. All right. We just took most of that off. Volatility is our friend here. We're up about 170 right now, or give or take 160, 170. I'm gonna cut this. It's tested this a few different times, so yeah, we're up about 160. Interesting though, man. Interesting dump here, chat. That's a crazy big drop. Yeah, so the employment cost index for the first quarter, man, showing a slight increase versus 1% expected. So the ECI measures the change in the hourly labor cost to employers over time. The ECI is a fixed basket of labor to produce a pure cost change free from the effects of workers moving between occupations and industries. It includes both the cost of wages and salaries and the cost of benefits. So, yeah. And again, I should have held my long here because the idea was correct. Big downward move. Taking it bounce to the upside. Could have made a little bit more from it, but that's all right. Just bought a 100K account and met the 6K price target. How do I get funded? So you don't trade it anymore if you hit the price target. You basically sit back and wait. After the closing bell today, they should send you a link or give you guys an update. It'll be probably after the close. Just they'll send you an instructional email later on today. All right, chat. Hey, we got over 900 people here live watching here, chat. If you haven't already subscribed, and listen, guys, I'm pretty sure we need only like 90 subscribers. 90 to break 135,000. We'll definitely hit it today. Yeah, we need 70 subs to break 135,000. So we need 70 subscribers, guys. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but do it now or I'll hate you forever. Subscribe right now, chat. And help me get 70 subscribers. I appreciate it. Yeah, we got to throw it in sub-only mode here. Oh, we are in sub-only mode. Hey, there you go. But yeah, employment cost benefit. Again, we did bounce all the way back. Kind of an overreaction, I think, in my opinion. PayPal back over 70s. Mine usually happens after the closing bell. If I get funded, I usually get the email after the close. But everybody's different, you know. And again, if you want to try to get funded with us in Apex, Apex's sale ends today. The 80% off sale ends today. So for the time being, you get 80% off and a one-day pass. So typically, you got to wait a couple days to get funded. And so if you want to get funded, the one-day pass, I'm pretty sure ends today. They might keep it going, but I'm pretty sure it ends today in about 10 hours. And so again, if you haven't checked out Apex, here's the link. Again, we got funded on one 50K one yesterday. The one we're trading on currently is a $75,000 funded account on Tradeovate. Again, if you use coupon code BT, it'll get you the max discount at all times. BT, beginner trading. So whatever the whenever the sale ends, BT will get you the max discount. Check it out, guys. Remember, I am terrible. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I might be wildly wrong about anything and everything I say. Content is entertainment only. Do not sue me. I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose. Understand CFTC 4.41, chat. Good luck. But yeah, man, look at these freaking but man, what a dump from markets here, chat. Hey, congrats, Jack. What a drop, man. Again, I cover all the major economic reports. Generally, the employment cost index does not move the market like that. That's weird. Very strange. Definitely unexpected. Who knew, man? What a ridiculous move. But hey, that's how it goes sometimes. All right, chat. We need 60 subscribers left. Do it now. Do it now. Do it one time. Might feel good. Subscribe. If I whisper, will you guys subscribe? No, I'm just joking. Hey, thank you. We'll hit it today. Again, we got Amazon earnings today. We'll definitely hit it. All right. Again, we got CB consumer confidence data today, chat. That's the big thing. We got CB consumer confidence data. It's the FOMC CB consumer confidence data at 10 o'clock. We got Chicago PMI at 9:45. It was a timely move. Do you remember what you were saying? Yeah, I think I was talking about my strategy of choppiness. You know? The irony. Again, though, I still believe in that strategy. Like, it's not going to work every time. I do think we're probably going to have a choppy range. I think we had a choppy range leading up to it, and I made $160. And I do believe we're going to have a choppy range today, especially in the companies that drop earnings. So, again, AMD, Supermicro Semiconductors, Amazon. It's a weird move, though, Chad. Again, I cover all the major economic reports. The employment cost index is usually nothing. Like, genuinely moves very little from this report. So it's very interesting to see just a crazy reaction. Unless something else happens simultaneous to this, I don't know. But weird, for lack of a better word. But hey, sometimes that's the market. I'm okay with it, I guess. Well, no, so Wednesday is the FOMC meeting, Nick. So it's probably going to be choppy after the market opens until then, but who knows? Yeah, it would have been worse if I was holding those contracts. If I was holding contracts, I'd be a lot less jovial about it. You know. Jovial, I mean. Yeah, I'd be big mad if I was holding something there that period of time. All right, guys. Hey. No, I'm using... This is Tradevate right here. All right, guys. Google at 167.50 here. McDonald's at 271s. Surprised you didn't buy the dip. I did buy the dip. We made money buying the dip. I bought it right down here as soon as it happened. It was just so extended on the downside. I think it was justifiable. But hey, you know, who knows, man. Ooh, today is no-gi. I'm excited to go to no-gi. I'm way better at no-gi than I am in a gi. I'm getting really good at arm-out guillotines. I talked to somebody and he was like, if you're good at guillotines, you can build your whole game around it. And so that's what I've been trying to do, focusing on like darce, anaconda chokes, guillotines. And what I notice is like if I lock up somebody's neck, like even if they're a higher belt, like even if they're like a high belt, if I lock up somebody's neck, they know. Like it makes them change their game plan, and I can do different things. So I'm excited. I trained in gi yesterday. It's not as much fun, but it's still fun. Yeah, no gi's much faster, and my skill is speed, right? Like I'm very quick. You know, you got some people in jiu-jitsu where they're like kind of slow. They kind of cook their opponent a little bit, and like they use strength and like pressure to kind of like slowly pass and slowly hold and slow methodical. I'm kind of the opposite, where I use speed as an advantage, and so I'm never staying in one position very long. I'm usually going from like full guard to side control to mount, move to the other side to side control, go for like an Americana. If they defend it well, I'll move into mount and start doing an arm triangle. If they defend that well, I'll roll them over to their back and take their back and get them in a body triangle. If they roll out of that, I'll get them back in mount, and then I'll go back to side control, and I'll just kind of do that until they make a mistake. I could probably do a little bit better at holding positions though, but I'm getting there. Anyways, we're still pretty sideways after this big drop. No, in BJJ, you're not going to be able to suplex people. I mean, in some competitions you can, but at the gym you don't do that. I mean, people get hurt that way. So it's mostly just, I mean, you're allowed to in some competitions in jiu-jitsu, but there's a difference between just training at the gym and competition, you know. I'm a 2-stripe white belt. But again, people hear white belt and they think, oh, well, he's brand new. And I am, for the most part. Like, I've been doing it for like 8 months. But jiu-jitsu's different. Like, to get a blue belt, you got to do it for 2-3 years sometimes, right? So it takes years and years to belt up in jiu-jitsu. It's not like karate where you got a bunch of 12-year-old black belts out here pretending to be martial arts experts, you know? It's just not the same thing, you know? Black belt takes like a decade plus. If you do it every week, multiple times a week, like a decade plus. I'm not sure, AA. My guess is it's going to go to like 70% or something like that with 3-day pass is what I'm guessing here. Like 70% 3-day pass is what I'm guessing. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm a white belt, but I tapped a black belt the other day. I tapped purple belts. I've tapped brown belts. I've tapped blue belts. Like, that's how it goes. But I think I'm a good white belt. You know, top 3 white belts in the world right now. McDonald's coming all the way back down to 268.50s. Yeah, Pereira's not a real black belt, though. Pereira's great. Right, Pereira's great striking. He's not a real black belt though. You know, it's mostly the school trying to get promotion from Pereira winning, and so the reason they're giving him his belt then is so that they can get exposure. Is why they're giving him his belt. But Pereira's not a real black belt, unfortunately. He's just not. Yeah, so Pereira has never submitted anybody ever in the ring. Stripping's good. I hate it, but it's good. Yeah, so I tapped out my coach the other day. And again, granted, like, look, I would love to brag and act like I'm just the greatest white belt ever. And I mean, I am the greatest white belt ever of all time, top 3 for sure. But with all that said and out the way, let me put my ego aside for a second. There's a very common thing in jiu-jitsu where higher belts will do what's called letting lower belts work a little bit, meaning they will put these other lower belts in different positions and see if they can finish them, right? And so they're basically giving up the position to them, allowing them to get different things, right? Now, I don't think that's what was going on. I think, so I was rolling with my coach, and one thing that I'll do is I'll go for a guillotine, right? And if they start to squirm out of it, I'll take my hand out from under their armpit and I'll lock up an underarm or an arm out guillotine, and then I'll have much more leverage with that, and it's harder to get out of. And so I've gotten my coach in one of those before, and the same coach, and this was like months ago, and he barely got out of it, but afterwards he was like, hey, that arm out guillotine was close. You know, he said it was close. He was like, I almost tapped. And so this time when I called him in it a few days ago, I didn't let up, and I ended up getting him. It was kind of like a big thing because it was just a big mess. Anyways, I'm trying to keep it stock related. PayPal still over 70s. You can see PayPal bouncing right at the 200 EMA. So you can see it right here. I think that's a pretty big milestone level. I also think $70 for PayPal is a big level, like a big milestone level also. Right, that's what I'm trying to say, is that they probably let me work a little bit. But again, this coach, I don't think he let me work. I think this coach knows, again, some people will let me do that where they'll give me different positions. This wasn't one of those things. This was just a regular roll. But anyway, so I called him, and he started, so one of the things, like, I'll get people in guillotines and then I'll roll them into mount. So I'll follow him with my guillotine into mount. And so that happened, and he must have tapped like right when the roll happened, and I didn't feel it. And so he started to get nervous and was like yelling. And like afterwards he was like, tap, tap, tap. And he like yelled it out. And then afterwards he like cursed a little bit, you know? And so insinuating that I held the tap too long. I don't know if I did or not. I didn't feel him tap. The other possibility is that he went out a little bit and then woke back up and got nervous and then yelled. I don't know what it was, to be honest, but he's a really nice guy, really good dude, and really highly skilled. He's like a 3rd or 4th level black belt, but good coach. And yeah, it's very possible he let me get in that position too, for sure. So, anyways, Amazon at 182s. So what do you guys do for Amazon earnings today? So we have Apple earnings on Thursday. I think that's probably the biggest day this week. I think Amazon earnings are big, but I don't know if they're big enough to really move the market like Apple earnings are going to. Again, we have QCOM earnings tomorrow evening as well. Pfizer earnings, MasterCard earnings tomorrow morning. But again, Amazon, AMD, Supermicro, Riot, Pinterest earnings all this evening. Again, Amazon's only expecting 81 cents per share profit on 142.5 billion in revenue. So we'll see if we hold there. Amazon, I'm trying to wonder, I'm looking at the yearly chart for Amazon. It's had a crazy good year. I'm a little skeptical of buying it up here just because it's up so much, and it has rebounded a lot with like Tesla and the other tech earnings we had last week. Yeah, I'm gonna ban this person. This person, it just seems to be sitting around trying to push buttons. Yeah, you know, I kind of told myself if they said any other kind of like negative or kind of critical comment, I was just gonna ban them. And so, yeah, I think it was time. Good day to you, sir. And so, yeah, it looks like he was just sitting around waiting to criticize. Anyways, AMD earnings out. No, so AMD earnings are going to be this evening, right? AMD earnings are going to be this evening. Again, I'm going to cover all of them, but I'm most likely going to stream Amazon earnings. The problem is that Amazon's earnings call is at 5:30, so it's an hour and a half after the earnings are out. And so I don't know what to do in that regard. I guess I will cover all of them, but yeah, if he calls me John, that that implies that he's been here before. And so it's probably somebody that I've banned before that's just kind of coming back, you know, under a different name. It is what it happens. People get weird on YouTube, dude. All right, guys, McDonald's all the way down to 768. I'm in Boeing. At Boeing, I'm actually green on as well. Boeing's had a nice little run the last few days. Actually, I'm not green on Boeing. I'm completely flat. I'm down 20 cents a share. 4 cents a share now. So we're chopping back and forth between green and red. Social media in general is an odd place. Yeah, I think the anonymity of YouTube makes people act up sometimes. I also think that, like, you got some people who, you know, maybe they got banned before and now they're all weird about it. Maybe I disagreed with them about a stock and so now they're all kind of weird about it. Maybe they think I'm political or they think I disagree with them politically or whatever it is, you know, and people hold weird grudges on the internet. Roku, I'm not a big fan of Roku as a company. I don't trust it long term. I think it's vulnerable to competition. I think that it's very easy to replicate Roku's software. Hardware is kind of becoming a thing of the past, and I think software there is very easy to replicate. And so it's too easy for competition to sprout up around Roku. I don't like it as a company because of that. Personally, that's just my own distrust for it as a company, and I've been saying this for years. It did gap up on good earnings, I'm pretty sure, though. It's up to $60 a share, still down really big. It was at 108s in December, so it's at $60 a share, so it's dropped, you know, 40% or whatever that is. So it's had a pretty big fall down for Roku, and it's just a company I don't trust to invest in. I think it's too vulnerable long term to put money in personally, but again, that's just me. Okay, I was assuming they were gapping up on earnings. All right, chat, we need 60 subscribers left. Again, we'll definitely hit it today, but I'd love to hit it this morning. Can you use your training in real life like a fight? Yeah. I mean, of course you can. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's for. It's really fun, though. Like, if you haven't trained jiu-jitsu, it's really fun. Like, I only started, like I said, like 8 months ago. But it's super addicting. Like, the easiest way I can describe it, it's kind of like a chess match, I think. And so I think it takes a while to really get good. But I think if you're smart and you can think quickly, you can learn fast, and you can be competitive in it quickly, you know. To break 135,000, Hector. It's only a matter of time for companies to wean out those partnerships and create their own. Yeah, I mean, they're already doing that as well, Ram. So, like, Roku is very replaceable. One thing that you're going to see is that data is king with software companies. Like them taking your data is king, right? Like that's just the reality of these software companies. And so if these companies can create their own version of Roku and use that to take the data in for themselves instead of giving it to Roku or whomever, they're going to do that, and a lot of them already have. If you look at Samsung, if you look at Sony, they already have their very similar software to Roku that does exactly the same thing as Roku, but it's used on their specific devices. And so you don't need to worry about Roku doing whatever because they're going to do it themselves with their native in-house software. And I think that makes Roku very vulnerable long term because over time, you know, smart TVs, like, objectively are getting smarter and smarter and smarter, right? And so how soon is it going to be before we see them doing the same thing as Roku without needing to give Roku the data? And I think that's very soon. And it's happening already, but I think it's even... You know, if it's not happening, it's going to happen sometime soon. Yeah, Roku is gapping up, though. With all that said, they are gapping up. Google bouncing back a little bit, too. Yeah, like, I don't mean to act like I'm the greatest jiu-jitsu guy. Like, I just have fun talking about it. I can't really, like, brag at my gym either. Like, I'm not going to go there and start bragging. And again, I'm just a white belt. And so if I roll against, like, a purple belt or a blue belt, most of the time they're going to win, you know. But I think I'm competitive. But, like, again, most of the time they're going to win. I'm not trying to seem like I'm just some great, you know. Anyways. When's the AI TV coming out that just autoplays what it knows I want to watch? What I want with AI, like, what I run into it, I think anytime you have, like, a family and you have, like, a home life, you run out of stuff to watch. Like, I run out of movies to watch with my kids. Like, my kids want to watch a movie every night with us. I run out of stuff to watch. Last thing we watched is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. That's a really good show. I like that movie. But my son loved it. My daughter likes it. But I run out of movies to watch with them. You know, I do run out of movies. And so what I would like AI to do is tell me something that we haven't seen before that fits. And I was kind of using AI for this yesterday. I said, hey, give me movies that fit this description. I think what I specifically said is, hey, give me PG-13 movies that are acceptable for kids to watch, that have action in them, that were created in the 90s and early 2000s, I think is what I told it. And it spit out a bunch of pretty solid choices. So I think you can already use AI in that regard, but yeah. It's one of your passions right now, talk it up. Yeah, for sure. It's fun. You know, it's addicting too. If you've never tried it and you're relatively young, try it. I think if you're like in your 50s or 60s, it's going to be tough, to be honest, because we get new people that show up when they're in like when they're a little bit too old for it, in my opinion, where they're like 50s or 60s, and I think that's just a little bit too old. I think, you know, it's going to be really tough to compete against a lot of the people. But if you're in your 30s or 40s or 20s, try it out. It's fun. Great way to get in shape too. I feel exactly where you're coming from, bro. I'm just here for the conversation. Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk about stocks, but we're going to talk about everything too. Like we're going to talk about stocks, but and trading in general, and we're going to trade live. But I'm going to start buying this dip, chat. But you know, I got to fill the void of time. Like, we're here for hours every day. I'm going to talk about whatever I want, you know. Usually what I'm interested in, I like poker, I like MMA, UFC, Jiu-Jitsu, you know, we cover boxing too. So we'll talk about whatever. Cars, I like cars. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and take a little bit of profit. We bought the dip, take a little bit more off here. We're up about almost 200 on the day. You can see we're up about 175. Go ahead and cut that. To use AI when you're evaluating companies to invest in? I mean, not personally. Usually I'm only investing in companies that I know. The only way I'll use AI is if I'll say, hey, you know, give me a list of the top, give me a list of, I'd basically say, hey, look, I'm looking for a company that has a long-term upward trend, that has pulled back over the last 6 months, you know, 10% or more, and has a PE ratio under 40, you know. Those are the companies that I'll usually be more likely to invest in. And then I'll find companies that I know in those situations that I feel okay to invest in. That's kind of how I use AI, but there's a lot of ways you could use it. AI is powerful. If you haven't used GPT-4 specifically, it's really, really solid. All right, so we're gonna buy this dip again. 4 contracts here. All right, taking a little bit more off. We're up about 190 right now. I don't know whether I should add some more. I'm gonna start taking some risks and risking the profit that I've made. So I'm up about 185 on the day. I'm gonna start taking some risks where I'm actually risking these profits. All right, so now we're up over 200 on the day. So we got a nice little cushion to swing in at the opening bell. We got about 30 minutes left. Yeah, let's try to be respectful, Randy, and keep the comments, you know, respectful, brother. All right, chats. So PayPal earnings are out. We got CB consumer confidence at 10 a.m. We got Chicago PMI. All right, chat. So, all right, let me see. Sorry, I am trying to build. There we go. So yeah, we got CB consumer confidence data at 10 a.m. So we got a little bit of time. There we go. Yeah, let me do a poll. Let me see. I think we gotta use the FOMC meeting tomorrow. Does the Fed cut rates tomorrow? Yes or no? Keep it simple. We are getting a bounce back, a choppy range. So we broke down, and then we've been in that sideways neutral range since then. Probably delayed until September. Let me look at the probabilities here. So we can look at the CME watch tool. So again, 0.5% chance tomorrow of a rate cut, so almost certainly not. We can look at September. September, again, so it's got pushed back even longer. So look at September. Originally, we had majority of people voting for a cut. Now 50% plus, or over a majority of people are now expecting another pause in September. Looking at November. So finally in November, we pivot. So now the rate cut expectations are all the way down to November here, chat. So, and again, I think that's the better move. I think it's too early to cut rates. I think we need to keep interest rates high, discourage spending some more, and really work on getting spending down before we start cutting rates. All right, we are gonna start day trading towards the open. We've been day trading all morning on Apex here, riding this chop. We'll kind of use the same strategy here, where we're looking to kind of capitalize on choppy behavior in markets. Years still at 4.6% on an intraday basis. It's up a lot today after the employment costs index showed up. Yeah, we're probably going to pause. I don't know if the market moves higher on that, but we're almost certainly going to pause rates. We're not going to raise or cut. I mean, raising rates is probably more likely than cut at this point in time, but I still think we're going to just continue to do neutral, pause, not go crazy. At least I think that's the right move. Like, I think we need to do that. Yeah, the FOMC meeting's tomorrow, Chad. Big report, big release. So yeah, we're looking at earnings here, chat. Almost everything's out. Most things beat. Like, taking a look, we're gonna post on Twitter. If you follow us on Twitter or X, we'll post a pretty full breakdown of like all the different companies that reported earnings today, and what it all meant. But we did have some big earnings. So if you follow us on Twitter, it's at Beginner Trades. Yes, we had Eli Lilly, PayPal, McDonald's, 3M, EPD, ETM, Siri, MLCO, MPC, Marathon Petroleum, HSBC, ADM, and more. Rate cuts close to. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be beforehand. I think it's going to be a little bit of time. At least I think it's smart if we make it, if we push rate cuts back as much as we can. All right, so we've been choppy since this breakdown. We broke down and then we kind of bounced about 30 or 40% of the way back. And now we've basically been going up and down, up and down. We'll see if the market treats us better. We got about 15 minutes until the market opens here. So we still got a little bit of time, but yeah. All right, so pop it back up here. Again, we've been choppy range. I'm going to wait and trade a little bit more towards the open. Again, my goal here, this is a funded account, 75K funded account. We're up 200 plus today. My goal is to make 1,000 or more. All right, so we're still heading back up. Look at that Tesla here. Tesla all the way down to 188. And man, Tesla almost broke 200. It went up to 198.90 and then rejected. Who's GL? Yeah, I mean, nobody cries manipulation more than somebody that's been really wrong about a move. Rate hikes now? Yeah, I don't think we raise rates. I think we're going to pause. Maybe we raise rates later this year, but I think this next meeting we're going to pause. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, we could raise rates. It's possible we raise rates. It's just not super likely. All right, we're back down to 70s on PayPal here. Yeah, I always try to tell people that's my biggest like way to look at who's new and who's not is somebody who acts like they know for sure what's going to happen in the economy and the markets and stocks. Like it's the biggest tell of rookie traders where they think they know exactly what's going to happen and very rarely do they. Almost always they never. They almost always they are just. Again, the logic is like new traders are overly confident. Experienced traders know how wrong they can be and predict appropriately. No, of course not, Smokey. I didn't even know you could do that. I'm certainly not about to mess with anything like that, bro. I'm good. All right, guys, we got Chicago PMI in about 25 minutes. We got CB Consumer Confidence at 10 a.m., so stick around. All right, guys, SPY at 508. Oh, I thought, never mind. I got the wrong interpretation of it, Smokey. I thought you meant like you could pay money to hurt a trader or calls like, yeah, no. Yeah, so never mind. I misinterpreted what you said, Smokey. No, I've never tried those ones where you can kind of piggyback off the traders. I've never really tried those. Fed can't lower rates into inflation. I hope not. You know, I mean, they could. They seem kind of stubborn. Some of the last Fed meetings, they seem kind of stubborn and wanted to cut rates. Again, I'm on the path of, like, I think cutting rates too early is dangerous. And, you know, I don't care about interest rates. All right, chat. All right, so 140 million has been liquidated from crypto in the last 4 hours, it says. Has it really, man? That's crazy if so. Yeah, Bitcoin down to 61,000. You know, every time we get a drop like that, people always say it's the end of the world, right? But like, look at if you look at the broad crypto chart, everything still looks pretty strong. You know, like, it's kind of crazy how everybody gets so bearish on crypto all of a sudden because it drops down to 60K. It just broke lifetime highs not too long ago. Like, you got to look at it objectively, I think. Again, y'all hit that subscribe button. We need less than 60 subscribers left. We need about 50 subs left to break 135K. We'll certainly do it during earnings this evening, but hopefully we can do it before then. CB consumer confidence drops soon, so be ready for that, chat. It's a busy week this week, guys. So again, today we got CB consumer confidence. This evening we've got Amazon, AMD, super micro earnings. Tomorrow we got the Fed meeting. We also have some earnings tomorrow morning, as well as we've got the non-farm employment change at 8:15 tomorrow morning. So tomorrow we got the non-farm employment change at 8:15. We've got the Fed meeting tomorrow evening. We also had the Case-Shiller house price index drop. I forgot to cover that. So the Case-Shiller dropped. What did it show up as? All right, so the Case-Shiller dropped. It showed 7.3%, so higher than expected house price than expected. And again, tomorrow we've got ADP non-farm employment. We've got ISM manufacturing PMI data. We got the FOMC meeting at 2 p.m. We got the JOLTS job report at 10 a.m. Just a crazy busy day. Tomorrow is one of the busiest days. Again, ADP non-farm employment at 8:15, expected 183K. So this is kind of like prelim payroll numbers. 183,000 is what's expected. We got ISM manufacturing PMI, the purchasing managers index for manufacturing. Higher is more strength in manufacturing. They're expecting 49.9, which is a slight decrease in manufacturing, to be honest. But anyways, that's at 10 a.m. tomorrow. We also have the JOLTS job report. So the jobs report is tomorrow at 10 o'clock as well. A big report. Then we got the FOMC meeting at 2 p.m. and the press conference at 2:30. Very busy week. We're going to stream and cover all of this. All of this we're going to stream and cover, so just be ready. Thursday, we got jobless claims, non-farm productivity, factory orders at 10. We've got Apple earnings that evening. Friday, we've got non-farm payrolls and unemployment data, as well as ISM services PMI, as well as multiple different Fed speeches, as well as some earnings. And so it's a crazy busy week, honestly, chat. Like, these are the last 2 days were the slowest days of the week, and today's not slow. We got Amazon, AMD, super micro earnings this evening. But outside of this, it's a crazy busy week. What's your dream car? Like, if I could pick any car in the world, I'm gonna get a Bugatti, probably. You know, just because it's worth millions. Outside of a Bugatti, if I'm talking about kind of like super cars that I wish I had, Acura NSX, the new ones or the old ones, but probably the new ones. Twin turbo Toyota Supra from the 90s. Not the new ones, but a twin turbo 90 Supra, twin turbo 300ZX. I was like a tuner car guy. I was like JDM mostly, and like raced JDM cars. But outside of that, I'd probably go with like a 67 Mustang, 68 Mustang, you know, V8. I would go with maybe like a McLaren 720. I think it's a 720. Yeah, 720S McLaren are really nice. So yeah, 720S McLaren. You know, there's just a lot of cool cars that I would drive, to be honest. Depends on what range we're talking about, though. SoFi bounced it up a little bit to $7 here. All right, chat. Hey, we got less than 5 minutes here. I like Tesla Plaids. Tesla Plaids are faster than all of these. Tesla Plaids runs like what? Yeah. Tesla Plaid runs a quarter mile in 9.2 seconds. 8.714 Model S Plaid. So 8.5 second quarter mile for the Tesla Plaid. They're genuinely one of the fastest cars in the world stock. So, yeah, Tesla broke the world record again. So yeah, those are almost too fast, dude. All right, I hear my dog won't be quiet barking. I might have to go put him up because he's barking. He's gonna wake my neighbors up. Okay, yeah, he won't stop barking. I'll be right back, guys. All right, we're back. All right, guys. Opening bell coming soon. CB Consumer Confidence coming in 20 minutes or so. 30 minutes, actually. That's all right. Yeah, we're not gonna leave him in his crate too long. He's just not. He won't. He's got to stop barking. All right, guys. Opening bell coming soon. We got 1 minute. 1 minute. A lot of bearish action leading into the open. All right, Chad, here we go. Here's the opening bell, 30 seconds. Twenty seconds. 20 seconds. And here's the opening bell, Chad. Good luck here. Hopefully we'll make some money today. All right, so we're down. We're starting to bounce back, though. I guess I have bullish bias at the opening bell, but who knows? Dude, what an amateur question. Of course the Fed doesn't cut rates tomorrow, but I got you to talk about it, so hey, cheers to you. SoFi coming back down. It's at 685, just cracked lows of the day here. Google all the way back up to 168. 168. And again, I guess I have bullish bias since we're down enough already leading into the opening bell. As we approach, though, I might short. Let's see. All right, we're going to take one contract here, short. We'll figure out what we're going to do. It's kind of right after the opening bell. So we'll, there we go. All right, we just cut another piece. Cut another piece here at the bottom. We're up about 250 on the day right now. That's nice. I remember we got Chicago PMI coming out at 9:45, and then at 10 o'clock we got CB consumer confidence data. All right, chat. We're just kind of sitting tight. We took a trade at the open. We got $250 in profit today. Watching Nvidia, Tesla, a couple other stocks. We're starting to rip. We'll short this. Again, we're okay with risking this whole profit on the day here. We're just trying to build up like a big profit of this account. All right, so we're up about 300 here. You can kind of see, like, look at our accuracy today. And again, this is a, let me take a look at it. Here, hold on, chat. Look at our performance today here. So here's our performance so far today. Pretty solid here. Let's take a picture of this so we can go right back to trading here. But yeah. But here's our performance today, chat. So we are 61% accuracy, 35.5% losing trades, some break-even trades. Gross profit is $290. Yeah. Not too bad. Or I think we actually, no. So we are flat on the day even with all this stuff because of commissions. I took one 20 contract trade accidentally this morning. I'm pretty sure I just gave all of that back. But it's all right. I'm gonna switch to the regular NASDAQ here, I think, because again, I'm burning too much away in commissions. All right, so now we're gonna have some fun here. And again, if we lose this account, it's okay. It's been sitting for months. All right, so we got 7 contracts here. Nine contracts. I don't know what my max loss here is of the account, but again, it's sitting for long. I don't want to. Here we go. All right, we're out. Better. So we are now up about $600 on the day, give or take. Again, we got to take some risks here in this account, so we're having some fun with it. Let me see what we're up net now. Yeah, so total net, we're up $600 today. Good. Let's keep going. So $600 in profit on the day. If you want to see my full profit, there it is. Again, kind of taking the same concept of that choppy range idea, and when we bounced up, I'm just shorting into those tops, looking for choppiness today, seeing if I could find an edge there, and that seems to work really, really well, to be honest here, chat. We got 9 minutes left until CB Consumer Confidence, or until Chicago PMI data comes out. And again, if you want to trade with me, this is Apex's funded account program. Remember, the 90% off or the 80% off sale ends today with the one-day pass. I'm pretty sure it ends today. And so again, if you want to take advantage of it while it's still around, remember, they're a sponsor of mine. I'm biased. They pay me money. I'm biased. Okay, you want to confirm everything with them. Understand CFTC 4.41 hypothetical or simulated performance results have limitations and vary. I do trade off stream sometimes. Can't guarantee anything. Not an investment professional. But if you want to check out Apex, they're a funded account program where they give you a demo and they test your skill with the demo account. If you could pass the test with the demo account, they fund you between 25 to 300K with a 90% split. So your risk is limited. The base one, the 25K one, is only $30. If you pass it, you get 25K in funding, and they've paid out over 100 million. If you want to check it out, great way to learn how to day trade in the futures market. And there's no PDT rule in futures. You could day trade short, buy market, sell market, very similar to day trading stocks. You could day trade the SPY, the Q price action, and the E-mini and the NASDAQ. And so again, if you want to check it out, there's the link. Again, we're kind of betting on chop today. That's kind of what we're betting on. It's chop. We got Amazon earnings this evening as well. So we're just kind of sitting around waiting for choppiness, trying to capitalize on choppy trends. Google was actually pushing up really nicely here today. What am I? I am down in equities though, for sure today, on a little bit of everything basically. Yeah, SoFi. I'm in SoFi, but it's not treating me there very well. I tried to buy the dip. The problem with SoFi, though, is that it is a... yeah, we're going to get out of it a little bit of it. The problem with SoFi is that it's a mid-cap, and mid-caps are just not reliable like blue chips, unfortunately. They're just not reliable. We lost a little bit. It's not that much. We'll be all right. Yeah, so the choppy idea did work. Tesla's starting to bounce back, though, some at the opening bell here, chats. Tesla almost back up to 190s. PayPal's still pretty flat and stagnant here. We do have the SPY. Again, the idea today is chop. So if we can attack chop, we will. right, we got one contract short. One contract short. I'm trying to trade chop, but try to be patient here. I'm gonna cut it. Just unlucky. So you can still see my gains here, but man, just unlucky. Again, we're just playing with the account. I do have one on Quant Tower too. Should I swing for the fences, guys, or what should I do here? I wonder how many Trade Evates account. I think I got a lot of Trade Evade accounts. Let me see. I don't really like. I bought a couple accounts before I switched. So let me see. Yeah, we're still up $400 today, so we're still doing well. Okay. Oh, we got more than one PA account. Interesting. Oh. Oh, we got a PA account that we're not even using. A couple different ones. All right, let's swing on this one. Look, this is a brand new, fresh PA account, chat. A brand new, fresh one. I'm gonna short this. And if we lose it, it's not the end of the world. Again, we have so many of these. I'm just gonna go for it, try to hit the withdrawal limit, see if we can catch one. Alright, so we got 10 contracts here. Again, we're really just kind of playing with this. We have so many of these accounts. We have Chicago PMI dropping in 3 minutes too. Flat. I don't know what to do with the rest. I guess we'll sit. It's a 50K one, so. All right, we took half of it off. We're up 400 on the day. We'll take a little bit more off. Add more to this. I know I'm kind of trading risky, but again, we've got these accounts that I'm sitting here eating the monthly subscription in, so I just want to take some risks. I usually trade much slower than this, but that's all right. Kind of flat on the day now, even with these gains. 6. 2 left. I wanted to add a little bit more to this, actually. Here we go, 4. Chicago PMI drops in 2 minutes, though. I'm gonna get out of this. I have to cut this soon. PMI drops soon, chat. That's why I'm less than a minute, that is. I think I have to get out before PMI, though. Oh, man, I looked the other way. We ripped up. We're going to have to add to this, try to bring it back. All right, there's 10. All right, PMI drops in 20 seconds for Chicago PMI. Let's see what it shows up as. Expectations for it are 44.9. 44.9. And it's out. Chicago PMI showed up at. I should probably watch this account a little bit closer, but that's all right. Two contracts left. Chicago PMI chat. Let me refresh. I don't see it out yet. It's 44.9 is what was expected. It ended up showing up at. No, it's not out yet. We're still waiting. All right, we're up about $600 or so on the day. All right, we're out. Still waiting for Chicago PMI. It's not out yet. We still got 10 minutes before this report comes out. Weird that the PMI is not out yet. All right, so not bad. We're up about 530 in this account on the day. The choppiness idea worked. Got a little risky at some points, but it worked. Still waiting for Chicago PMI. Not out yet. Interesting. I don't see it refreshed anywhere. It was supposed to come out at 9:45. Nothing yet. Oh, 37.9. 37.9. So it did come out. 37.9 for Chicago PMI versus 44.9 expected. So 37.9 again versus 44.9 expected. All right, so we're out of this. We're up about 600 or so on the day here, chat. Tesla's ripping up, though. Tesla up to 191s. I'm surprised about more green today, to be honest, but that's all right. In equities, that is. We're going to take the other direction here. Again, I know we're playing with some crazy risk. But again, we're just kind of playing chop. Like, we have all these PAs that we're not even using on Trade-Evate, because we mostly trade Quant Hour. So today's kind of like extraction day on these accounts. There's 6 contracts of micro or of regular E-mini, 7, 8. Two left. It's so volatile. I'm just not used to trading this volatility, but it's all right. We'll have fun with it. I'm gonna size in big now. Play with this. 10 contracts. Here we go. Beautiful bounce. Go ahead and get out the rest there. Whew. All right. Hey, $1,200 day, chat. And this is a funded account too. This is a 50K funded account. All right. It's interesting. So, like, I've been trading much larger today, and I think I've made money on all my PA accounts. I think. I'm not 100% sure, though. Like, yeah, we're up over $1,000 in this account if you look at the actual balance here. So here's $1,000. It's at 51,000 now. The other PA I was trading today was, let me find it. I got it somewhere. Hold on. Yeah, the other PA were up 710,000 if you want to look at this one too. So here's the other one. It's a $75,000 account. We're up $710. So we're trading large today, and it kind of worked. So, hey, we're here for fun, chat. We still got CB consumer confidence data in 10 minutes. We'll see how it goes. All right, chat. CB consumer confidence. Yeah, so the withdrawal limit, so to withdraw on the 25K or the 50K one, I got to make 2,600. So I just got to make another 1,500 bucks, and then I can withdraw. I can start withdrawing. I think I have to hit a certain amount of days in between, but that's okay. All right, chat. 2 minutes left. All right, about 8 minutes left until we get CB consumer confidence data. All right, chat. 7 minutes. The ideas work, though. I'm just going to put it out there. My concept of trading works where I'm like, yo, it's a choppy day. I'm just going to short the top, cover at the bottom. It worked. You know, I'm not going to say it worked good. It worked well, I should say. But it worked good. It worked decent enough to... I'm going to keep playing with the strategy. Again, choppy days. Tomorrow morning prior to the FOMC meeting is when I'm going to be the most heavy. I'm going to try to bring these accounts up another couple $1,000s tomorrow. I think tomorrow morning ahead of the FOMC meeting is when we're going to get the most choppy behavior from this. So that's the goal. That's what I'm going to try to do tomorrow. We'll see. It depends on what kind of account you're trading, though, V. It really does. Like, look, for some of these PA accounts, I have them, and I'm not really doing anything with them. So I'm just kind of swinging, having fun with them. And, you know, no matter what, I'll be fine, even if I lose them, right? So, like, that's you got to understand the context of today. Is really what it is. Like, you got to understand the context. MicroStrategy just bought 7.8 million Bitcoin and another 122 Bitcoin off the market. All right, chat. We got 5 minutes until CB Consumer Confidence data. 5 minutes, chat. Powell doesn't speak till 2 p.m. usually. That's exactly my point, though, right? So Powell doesn't speak until 2 p.m. Ahead of these FOMC meetings, a lot of the time we get choppy behavior. So we get neutral, choppy behavior. And so with the mindset of like, yeah, I'm going to short at the tops and cover at the bottoms and identify sideways choppy action, which is what I did today to build this profit. Like, if you saw me trade today, I would kind of short at the top of the range and try to cover at the bottom. Now, I would scale in, and if I was wrong, I would just add to it, which is a very risky game to play. But again, if I'm okay with losing the account, like I'm just kind of, again, I can either let these accounts sit and keep paying the monthly fees, or I can swing and try to bring them into profit, you know? And so that's kind of the goal here. Again, I'm mostly a quant tower trader. Like, I usually like trading on this platform instead, right? Which is why you see me very rarely trade on Trade-Evade. And so I've got these Trade-Evade accounts kind of sitting here, and so I'm not really trading on them. And so I might as well swing and have some fun with them, right? But most of the time you see me what? You see me trading here, because this is my favorite platform. So I'm not going to keep paying for the Trade-Evade ones that I don't need, I guess. And I might as well swing and have some fun with it, right? Right, exactly, Blaze, 100%. And again, the goal tomorrow is to try to build it up a couple $1,000s and really grind up some profit. All right, chat, 3 minutes. Will PayPal fall down now? PayPal had great earnings. Nvidia's still up there too, to 880s. The question is, when does Nvidia break 900 again? PayPal at 67.90s. Fed's gonna pause rates almost certainly tomorrow, most likely. Like, the Fed's gonna pause rates. You know, that's almost certain to happen. So again, we'll be back later on today for Amazon earnings. Most of the most important today is going to be what Powell says, or most of what's important tomorrow is going to be what Powell says during the press conference. Nvidia just broke highs. So Nvidia just broke highs to highs of the day, up to 885s now for Nvidia. PayPal gave back the gap it did, so it's kind of flat, but all right, here we go. CB consumer confidence data, not the biggest release either though, especially compared to some of our other ones. It's just not the biggest report. All right, 1 minute chat, 1 minute. And again, not a bad day here. Again, we built up a profit today in our Apex funded accounts on Trade-Evade. We did build up a decent amount of profit on all these accounts here. Like, if we look at these accounts, again, let me just show you the 2 accounts that I traded today on Trade-Evade. I was kind of trading risky, but I'll go ahead and show you. So one of them, we're up $710. We're up about $400 today. The other one, we are up about $1,100. We made $1,200 gross. We made about $1,100 net on this other one. And again, if you want to try out Apex with me, again, I'll put the link up one more time. Coupon code gets you the max discount. BT is the coupon code. BT, beginner trading. BT gets you the max discount. The sale ends today as well, I'm pretty sure, but check it out. There's the link. They are a sponsor. I'm biased. All right, guys, I'm going to put the SPY up pretty big, and we'll watch the market's response as well as what the data comes in at. 10 seconds here, chat. 10 seconds. It's expected at 104 for CB consumer confidence. 104 is what it's expected at. And here we go. 5. And here's the report right now. Not out yet. Market's slightly green. But yeah, I'm not showing it refresh on my end yet. It's not out yet. All right, CB Consumer Confidence came in at 97. Chat, 97 for CB Consumer Confidence. So CB Consumer Confidence. $97 versus 101 expected is essentially what happened. So we had 97 versus 104. I mean, $97 versus 104. Market is a little changed. Good or bad, lower consumer confidence usually means less economic growth and less inflation problems. So it depends on what the market's fearing. If the market's fearing inflation, this is a little bit better than expected. If the market's fearing recessions, depressions, and the negative effects of high interest rates, then this might be a negative thing. But again, it varies. We'll be back later on today, chat. Again, we got Amazon earnings, AMD earnings, Supermicro earnings, a couple other ones dropping later on today, guys. So I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good. Love you all. Again, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We will break 135,000 subscribers later on today, chat. So be back later on for Amazon earnings drop at the closing bell today. We will be here live, ready. Be there, be square. I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good. Good luck, chat.